So here at iMoves, we are super passionate about supporting teachers who want to get their children much more active throughout the school day, whether that be behind their tables and chairs in their classrooms or just want to feel a bit more confident teaching PE subjects like dance or gymnastics. But today we're focusing on active schools. So here's a question for you. How does a healthy, active lifestyle positively affect a child's whole life? Quickly note down the benefits of being active and healthier, and just do that for 30 seconds or so, and then we'll have a little chat about it. Hopefully, these are some of the benefits you were thinking of. I've grouped them into 5 areas. First one is memory and focus. The children will actually get a bigger brain capacity through more activity, and they'll also be able to concentrate for longer. Mood management, it'll help to reduce anxiety and depression and improve behaviour and focus too. Fitter and stronger, so they may develop better sleep patterns and just feel fitter and stronger and healthier through being more active. Having a positive mindset towards activity and life in general, feeling happier, more motivated, and having better relationships too. Mental toughness, building resilience and confidence too. An active child is much more likely to achieve total wellness. This may seem impossible for every child to achieve. However, regular activity can boost their development in all areas of the curriculum in a big way. This means that they may be academically stimulated, motivated to learn, fit and healthier, functionally strong, achieving their potential, feeling socially and emotionally well. And this is what we call total wellness. When we exercise, in the short term, we release happy hormones into the brain. That's serotonin, noradrenaline and dopamine. This improves attention and focus, perception and learning, and motivation and mood. Blood flow also increases to the brain. Oxygen and nutrients flood in, toxins flush out, and brain fog is reduced.
In the long term, a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor, actually creates more structural branches within the brain cell to connect to others, improving pathways. This improves mood and mental clarity and the ability to remember, focus and retain information. Also, the hippocampus, which is like the brain's hard drive, actually grows with regular exercise, so improves the capacity for memory and learning. If you're interested in finding out more about exercise and the brain, there's a great book written by a Harvard professor called Dr. John Ratey. His book is called Spark, and it is all about this subject, about how exercise affects the brain, the memory, and everything to do with exercise and cognitive function. So if you're interested, go ahead and grab it.
So let's talk about what's actually being asked of you when we talk about getting the kids active. And we've got a scale here. You might have seen this scale, but it's understanding what light, moderate and vigorous activity looks like. So if we say a scale of 1 to 10, 1 to 4-ish is light activity, and that might be standing up, sitting down, walking around the room, doing a bit of a data collection, maybe a bit of yoga behind their tables and chairs, something like that.
Or something seated in their chair where they're doing arm or leg movements in their chair.
Or just stretching, something like that. So your moderate activities where your heart rate is getting up a little bit, you're still able to speak, but you've got, you kind of a little bit breathier, I suppose, and your heartbeat's going, you might be getting a little bit sweatier, and that's fine, it's completely natural. And then you've got obviously your more vigorous activity, which is maybe running on the spot, or it might be jumping jacks or something like that. It's something that gets the heart rate up really, really quickly. So that's the that's an understanding of your light, moderate and vigorous. And the reason we want to talk to you about this today is because you can see even if you're just doing light activity, then you can start to improve their focus really, really quickly, their attention, their mood, because blood flow is pushing through to the brain and it's flushing out all those horrible brain fog toxins that kind of sit in the brain when you sit for too long. So that might be just getting them walking around, doing a bit of stretching, bending and stretching, maybe something behind their tables and chairs like an active blast, a really quick active blast for 2 minutes. That's all it needs. To more moderate to vigorous activity as you get more confident. And of course, as you get further up the scale, you have more benefits. So the more benefits you get, obviously, the bigger thumbs up they are. So not only will you be having better focus, attention, mood, and all of that kind of thing, but it'll also stimulate the BDNF that we talked about. You'll burn more calories, so you're feeling fitter, healthier. You'll have better cardio fitness, and you'll have stronger, fitter kids, so they're able to sit up for longer and stand up for longer and do sports better and just feel more confident about doing everyday tasks much more effectively. So there's so much that you can do, even just behind the tables and chairs. And again, we're going to show you how to do that really, really simply without any fuss.
But every kind of activity within the scope of light, moderate and vigorous activity has a purpose and a place, and it has a benefit. So don't think, oh, well, we've only done something really small and light, so it doesn't have any effect. It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just doing a little bit of something. So if we were just to stand up and sit down for a few times now, already you'd feel more alert because your blood is having to pump around your body. So you just think, oh, it's almost like pressing your refresh button on your laptop. You just go, oh, okay, I'm back in the room again. Let's go. Understanding what's being asked of you and then being able to choose the best way forward with the children and where they're at the moment, that moment in time, is just really nice to have in your head. So yeah, that's a really nice skill to talk to you about today.
So just to recap, light movement is just slow moving around the room, maybe walking around, like Imogen said, data collection, copying things down off the walls, collecting information, things like that. Standing up, stretching, doing some really light activity. Moderate activity is more brisk movement, getting that heart rate up a little bit higher, repeated bending and stretching, using those large muscle groups to get the blood flowing around the body. It could be even some classroom dance activities where the children are doing just a couple of minutes of a little bit more vigorous, moderate activity. Moving on to vigorous activity, we're thinking about running, we're thinking about games, jumping, skipping, circuits, things where they really are getting that heart rate up, they're getting hot, they're getting sweaty, they're getting out of breath, and that's your vigorous activity types. So everything in that scale has a benefit.
Absolutely, and you don't have to be doing a lot of it.
No.
It can be just little bursts of maybe 30 seconds of vigorous activity and have so much benefit. You don't have to do a lot of it at all. And even if you just managed 10 or 15 minutes a day with them in short blocks, doing a little bit of something, it's so beneficial, isn't it?
So powerful.